Hi, with me again, with me Sonny, and I hope today you are in a good condition. So today, I would like to represent our group, Group 1, and our discussion today is about the Keynesian clause and the aggregate demand and supply diagram, and then the money market diagram. Okay, suppose that our country, such as Indonesia, have an equilibrium in the long run. Okay, I would like to use a tree diagram such as a Keynesian clause, an aggregate demand and supply, and the money market. So we can see our presentation in the picture. Okay, as we can see in the picture, there is a tree diagram such as a Keynesian clause, and then the aggregate demand and supply diagram, and the money market diagram. And this picture, or in this diagram, it tells us about, in the normal condition, if the country such as Indonesia is in equilibrium in long run. So, suppose that in 2008, there is a financial crisis in United States, and it caused the impact, the decrease of the export net in Indonesia country. Okay, and then I can explain with this tree diagram how the relationship between the Keynesian clause diagram and the aggregate demand and supply and the money market and the impact to the economy. Let's take a look in next slide. So, as we know that in 2008 there is a not good enough in a global market because the financial crisis has been taken in United States and it caused to another country has the impact, and the other country is such as like Indonesia. So because the global market is not in a good condition, so the government decide to take an increase in investment to create a good condition in the domestic market. So, how about the policy to the Indonesian government to take this action? It can be done. Okay, because the government is decide want to improve the domestic market, so the government should increase the plan of investment. So how to increase the plan investment? So the government can take a policy such as a decrease in interest rates to increase the plan of investment. As we know that if the government decrease the interest rate to increase the plan investment, so in the money market diagram, suppose that the interest rate is decreased from 6% to 3%, like you can see in the line, in the red line, there is a shifting to the leftward from 6% to 3%. or to M0 to M1. Because the interest rate is decreased, so it can increase the plan of investment. Or it can be seen in this picture from Y0 to Y1. Okay. So, how about the money stock in the money market? Because the interest rate is decreased, because the government want to improve or increase the domestic market, so it can cause the money market is going down. So, how the impact to the gross national product or GDP? Because the planned investment is increased, it caused by the decrease the interest rate, it can be increase the aggregate expenditure, or we can conclude that the GDP is going up. And then, how about the price level? Because there is a decrease in interest rates, so it can increase the plan of investment. In the other hand, the price level will be going down or decrease because there is many supply in the market. And then, how happen with the unemployment? As I can explain you before, because the planned investment is increased, so it can cause the output or aggregate expenditure is increased, so the unemployment will be decreased. But how if the government doesn't react to that condition, if there is a financial crisis in the United States? And our group has concluded that if the government doesn't react to that condition or doesn't take any decision, so it can cause the rise in price level or an inflation, and then the output will going false or going down. So, how if the government take a decision to increase the stock money or money supply? How the impact to the money market, and how the impact to gross national product, the price level, and the unemployment? As we can see that in this diagram, that if the government increase the stock of money, it can cause the reduce or decrease in interest rates. Because there is a decrease in interest rates, so it can increase the plan of investment. Or in the other hand, the money market will be going down because the interest rate is decreased, because the government increased the stock money in the market. So how about the gross national product? Because there is a decrease in interest rate, so it can increase the plan of investment, it can cause the increase in aggregate expenditure. Or we can conclude that the gross national product will be go up. And how about the price level? As I explained you before, that if the government take an action to increase the stock money, so it can decrease the interest rate. So because the interest rate is decreased, it can decrease the price level too. Because the planned investment is increased, so there is many supply in the market. And how about the unemployment? Just I said you before, then if the planned investment is increased, so it can cause an increase in aggregate expenditure or output. So we can conclude that the unemployment will be decreased. And how if the central bank such as BI in Indonesia or the Fed in the United States, if they have a decision to increase the stock money year after year, and how does the impact? And our group has concluded that if the central bank decide to increase the stock market year after year, it can cause inflation or even more hyperinflation, and then it can be the depreciation of the value of money like rupiahs, or we can say in the other hand is a currency debasement. So I think it's more clearly now. Okay, thank you for your attention to watching our presentation, and I hope we can see in the other time. Thank you. Bye bye.